I looked down at Juliet lying in my lap. Her quiet form was beyond angelic. It was a little early for her to be sleeping, but I just couldn't bring myself to move her. My little angel. She had such a hard day. Not only was she sick earlier today, but her father walked out on us. My husband just left. He packed his clothing and left. There was no preamble. There was no warning. He just walked out with a hardened look on his face. Our marriage was strained at best. The conversations we carried rarely lasted more than a few brief moments, but the one thing we could always agree on was our daughter. Juliet was the light of our lives. I sat on the couch reminiscing about our dying marriage while gently stroking her baby-fine hair. I looked down at her. Her hair was the color of mahogany, the same color as her father's. A tear escaped my eye, gently landing on her face. All the while, I kept thinking more and more about everything I failed at. We were fighting all the time until we finally snapped. That last fight was as volatile as it could be without fists flying. I stormed off to my daughter's room to comfort her crying. Giving her more Benadryl to help with her cough, I held her in my arms. She went to sleep. Her breathing slowed and she was out. Resting her head in my lap, I sat there for hours, staring at the wall, stroking her hair. How could my husband leave me? We were everything to each other. No, he will be back. I know this in every fiber of my being. He will be back. I continued to stroke Juliet's hair. My husband will be back. I kept repeating this internal mantra over and over. For what seemed like hours or days even, I continued to repeat this. He will be back. This whole fight, everything was all over him having another mistress. I was getting him back one way or another. With no regard to anything that anyone would say or do, I would get my husband back, no matter the cost. He had no choice. I knew he would be back. He was mine. No one else could stake that claim to him. I would never allow it. My daughter stirred in my lap and looked up at me with sad eyes. He's not coming back, Mommy. Her voice was like 1,000 angels speaking at once, and it both comforted me and broke my heart. My perfect little angel lay her head back down on my lap, just as it was before. The sound of banging on the house door barely registered to my mind. I couldn't focus on it. Still, I continued to stroke my daughter's hair. The footsteps racing down the hall still were ignored by my mind. My angel lay perfectly still in my lap. The poor thing. The door to the room we were sitting in was busted down and rushed by a group of men in SWAT gear. I couldn't even hear them screaming. Juliet's words were still ringing in my ears. He is not coming back, Mommy. The officers swarmed me. They took my baby from my lap. I know I screamed. I wanted my husband. Where was he? They took the empty bottle of Benadryl off of the nightstand. They continued to yell at me. 2 other men gently placed her into a black bag. My poor baby. She had such a hard day. She was sick. Her daddy left us. But I know she is happy. As often happens with children her age, she was wrong. I know she was wrong. Her daddy does not love his mistress. He is mine. My sweet angel. She had such a hard day. But tomorrow will be better. I know her daddy will come back. I continue to smile lovingly at her as the man zippers up the black bag she is in. Her daddy will be back. He is mine.